So I'm hoping that things are actually gonna progress and happen the way that it was recommended.
The mission of the stables at Kentucky Horse Park is set to continue. After earlier discussions, FCPS Superintendent Demetrius Liggins announced Tuesday he will recommend keeping the school at its current location through the end of next school year. Parents like Jennifer Bowling understand the implications of such a decision after seeing what the program did for her two children.
It's just changed their complete life around. Neither one of them trusted adults before.
Previously, FCPS's Right Size Bright Futures Committee was looking at cutting the school's facility contract with the nonprofit Central Kentucky Riding for Hope. Superintendent Liggins acknowledged Tuesday that while the program is costly, it is worthwhile. Liggins says he now wants to promote the work that is being done to find partnerships to help continue its long-term viability.
They do incredible work. The passion around that work is very meaningful and powerful, and it's important because they are truly leaving an impact on every child that goes through their doors.
School Board Chair Tyler Murphy told WKYT he is excited to hear about Liggins' recommendation ahead of Thursday's board meeting. Meanwhile, the leader of the school's partnering agency shares in Murphy's excitement.
Elated that there's been response and gratified that people took the time to listen to the stories of our children and our participants.
Meanwhile, Jennifer Bowling says while she is more optimistic than before, she needs to see the results. Bowling says it is now up to the district leadership to keep their word.
I want to see them actually follow through and not just, have this all be words.
Reporting in Lexington, Jackson Plank, WKYT.